this computer. So it's there.
Turn this down a little bit.
And
what is the World 20 site for this gameplay?
well, it's just there. It's got the current map that you guys are going to be looking at without me having to share it. It's also, if someone wants to use a digital roller, they can use that digital roller there. That's all.
Yeah, I know, because I don't have no dice on me whatsoever.
Okay. So
That's why I asked what is the best option for me to use as dice.
I don't know. Do you have a digital dice roller
Let me check.
app?
I
If
can
not,
download. Go ahead.
There's a browser one I can throw at you.
well, that's what I was going to say. There's some others, but yeah.
I can download a app, a Dungeons and Dragon dice app.
That's fine. Whatever
Okay.
makes you content. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Isaac shared one there over in the chat side.
Yeah, it's just a browser thing that Wizard made that rolls dice, so it's pretty much what you need. I don't know if it would open on every device, but probably a lot. It's just HTML.
All right, there we go.
Even downloaded ones. Anyway, yeah.
There we go. Well, is my audio loud enough for you?
I can hear you great.
Okay.
Me, three. I'm allowed to David.
Yeah, David's muted himself.
Yeah.
Although, Dylan, you are a little quiet.
Yeah, I always mute myself because I like to be respectful to other people talking and stuff like that. So
quit the BS. We know you too well. Sell that.
Correct.
Yeah.
My game notes here. And
you need to cure wounds for that hellish rebuke?
Could all right. The town of ULBa has get around here so I'm facing the mic. Has been losing its residents. Some are found. Some are found, while others are discovered frozen in solid ice. The events seem to center around a strange mist that comes from the ice lake. They put out a cry for adventurers or someone or a group of someones to help them out and find out what's causing it. And you fine gentlemen have been traveling together. You saw the notice. You're just outside of ULBa, coming out between the mountain range and the Mist Kingdom Forest. As far as that, let's see here. I'll share this one, and then I can write on it. Right here. And
hold on, guys, right quick. I'm going to be BRB for about 5 seconds.
All right. And you guys are coming from this, wrong color. That'll work. That black, where that black arrow out from the mountain, the lower mountain range in the woods, coming on in the ULBa. And
I see it. Yep.
Yep. With the intent of answering this call for help. As far as that. So if you guys would go around and introduce and describe yourself to each other, because you've been traveling from, we'll say, Andotirian, which is further south and a good way, for about 2 weeks on foot. So you've gotten to know each other and this way you can describe each other to each.
I guess I'll start.
Okay.
My character's name is Epoch. A man who stands usually about 5'11", but you have noticed that his race is a bit strange. He doesn't. He looks a bit like an elf, but he seems to be able to change hair color, skin color, and like height and even build to some extent. In between like 4 different forms. You may have heard of the race known as Eladrin, and recognize that strange things. His personality changes with each of these different kinds. Currently, he is kind of has this bright orange look, almost a little taller than usual, almost 6 feet kind of thing, and he calls it his summer form, and he's loud and boisterous in this one. One thing you have noticed, regardless of his form, though, he is very oblivious to pretty much everything. You have to be very direct as to what's happening around him, otherwise. Yeah. Oh, and you know he's traveling here because he's looking to make enough money to replace his bagpipes. They were destroyed, and so he now needs to, in an adventure probably, or overly rowdy at a bar, and so he's looking for some money to buy new ones. And that's Epoch.
Okay, and the call for help doesn't give an exact reward, but all it says is there in the cry for help is that any help in this would be handsomely rewarded.
Yep. Nope. Yep. He's fine with that.
No, just trying something I forgot to put on out there. And with you talking about that, it jogged it to mind, and I'm going to write it down and note it so I don't forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, David.
All right, cool. All right, so you see an unusual race as well.
Woohoo!
You see an elephant with a mighty hammer in his hand. He sort of like doesn't really wear much, doesn't have any armor at all, type thing, because he has tough skin. And like he carries a warhammer, two-handed warhammer, sort of like beside him, which is his divinity. What you call it, like a cleric, like a cleric's holy symbol sort of thing. So his hammer is his holy symbol type thing, and it has like a tree on it, type thing, like that branches out, and it's like white, like his hammer is like greenish color and has like a white tree on it. Even on his like front chest, he has like a sort of green, like some bits of clothing, like he has clothes, type thing, but it's like they cover bits of his chest and so forth. And like on the front of his chest, he has like a banner with like his holy symbol on it, and has like a sort of cape white cape on the back. He has one tusk missing because, like, he broke, one of his tusks got broken in combat type thing, and he's had he's had a bit of bruises and bumps over the years, and then he's very wise, very wise individual, and his name is One Tusk,
Okay.
as most people will call him. And One Tusk, he's part of the war domain type thing. So he's a war cleric. He's been out on the battlefields quite a few times in his lifetime. So yeah, you can tell that he's a definitely a war cleric, but he doesn't have the doesn't really have the armor.
Alrighty. And where'd Dylan go?
He needed some time to get home.
Oh, okay. So,
So he's either joining us later, or we wait, or
yeah, he just we'll have him come in a little bit later when he shows up as far as that. But you guys are just outside of ULBa. You've been traveling for 2 weeks together. Trying to take some of the larger paths because I think David's character is rather bulky. If I'm not.
But I'm medium, actually. I'm not that big. I'm just bulky.
Well, that's what I said. I didn't say you were large. I said you were bulky.
Whoa. He's just big boned, okay?
Rotund. Well,
I'm roughly about, I can live up to 450 years old. I'm 60 years old. I'm roughly about 60 years old.
Yes, honored elder One Tusk.
You count as one's.
Do you want to squeeze through this tiny path here, or would you prefer the big path, one befitting of our of men such as ourselves? I mean, we could always make this small path larger. That is always an option.
Yes. But the thing that I dread the most is mice. I don't like mice.
Well, don't worry. If there's any mice that come by, I'll destroy them instantly.
And the thing that I really hate the most is pink elephants. Damn pink elephants.
I've never seen one of those, but I'll destroy one of those too.
alrighty.
So I guess we continue walking.
Yeah, you continue walking. Yeah, off, and it's let's see here. I'm gonna do a guesstimate of time here to make it feasible. Just to roll the dice. All right, it's about noon, and you see off in the distance from where you're at over here, the town in the distance. You figure it may be another 2 hours or so movement, depending on how fast and hard that you're going to decide to travel. But it opens on up. You can see that it's more rolling grass hills and like that coming on down into the town. And you see this crystal blue lake flowing behind the town, and this crystal blue large river flowing down into feeding the lake. So
Um,
you guys are continuing to walk, or
did you want a drink? Or do you already have your water skin full?
I have my water skin full, but it'd be nice to fill up a little canteen of water.
Well, where you're at, you don't see any. Well, you see the water, but you're not near the water.
Okay.
Right. Well, that's.
You see
I see it. I say that. And it says fill a canteen. Maybe we go toward it.
Yes. Haha. A good canteen of water would definitely help me in my task to help you.
And as you're get closer to the town and you're moving, you're probably about 30 minutes out of the town, and it's getting to be about 2:30. And off in the distance, and let me get this here. I'm trying to think what would show up best. I'll use that color. Off in the distance over. Off in the distance, you'll see where the circle is. Right here. It looks
Yep.
like a mist, a fog developing. As far as that, let's see here. Try to color. Come on. Well, I can't fill it with. Should be able to fill it with that solid color.
The wrong color.
Well,
Color 2 is the middle one.
and I'm trying to. Not. Why is that? That's
Click
not,
on color 2
yeah, but that shouldn't be my.
and then make it gray.
Huh? I guess it
See what
did.
I mean?
Yeah, but there it is. It's a purplish, strange white purplish. Not so it could be construed as gray, but this is
I see.
that's what you see there. It seems like it's moving somewhat slowly towards the town of ULBa. And I'll I'll stop sharing this one and leave that there. And that's what you're seeing as you're coming on into town, just outside of it. And you'll be coming in from basically, let me bring up this one right here. Resize this a little bit for myself. And you guys would be somewhat coming in from up on that direction. Brushes. Okay. From up here, where you see the yellow, where I'm moving the yellow cursor. You see that?
I do.
Okay, but this is the direction into town that you'll be coming. You'll reach there about 3 o'clock, right here as the entrance, where you'll see over here where number 7 is a stone tower that's somewhat made, and you'll see these lines of houses and the split roads, and they're not cobblestone roads. They're fairly decently groomed, though. Dirt road, hard packed.
Yeah.
You do see some wagon ruts or sled ruts in there, and you'll also know that it's this is kind of like latter part of winter and the early beginnings of springtime. That's a time of year for you.
I immediately veer to the watchtower, saying to One Tusk, I say, let's ask the guards here what needs doing. What sort of payment we can expect for doing so.
Very well. Very well. Sounds like a plan, my good friend.
So you go to the tower, and what do you just hollering up at the tower, or what?
It takes me a moment. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I sort of blast my trumpet. Go. By using
Who did that? Oh, it's you.
and use my cantrips of thaumaturgy to make it even louder.
Oh God!
All right.
I draw my weapons. Who are we fighting?
Give me a intimidation roll.
Okay. That's I'm not intimidating them. I'm just calling them.
You know, sometimes actions that are strange to people become intimidating.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
And hearing this loud trumpet, I just want, and the role is just to see just how intimidated.
Okay. I got an 18, Mr. GM.
Yeah. So you don't seem to notice any of the town's people. What's your passive perceptions, guys?
My passive perception is 15.
All right, you're a 9, and you're a what?
15.
15.
15. All right. You'll notice with the 15 that as you're blowing your horn, because you're used to it and such, that you notice that there's a lot of windows that were slamming shut and doors that you could hear, and it'd be up out of these houses, this area right here.
Mm-hmm.
Notice the shutters being pulled hard, doors being slammed shut, and such.
Okay.
All right.
And I say, who are we fighting? What's wrong? Where's the danger?
There is no danger.
Both weapons drawn.
And you don't get any response back from the tower.
I put the swords away.
Oh, how rude.
Let's find a door.
Indeed.
If they don't want to speak with us, then we'll break it down.
Well, we don't have to go that far now, do we?
All right, you're gonna go look for the for a door around it, right? So you're gonna walk around it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You see no door.
Is there like a window?
You see no window.
This is most unusual. Can I?
Perhaps we break through the wall.
Well, we could do that, but first let me see if I can do this. So I'm gonna see if I can. My trunk. I'm gonna activate. I'm gonna sort of like my trunk. I'm gonna do something, Mr. GM, and see if you can approve this. But this is what I like to do. I like to do a keen sense of smell.
Okay, what are you trying to smell?
All right. Thanks to your sense of your trunk, you have advantage on wisdom, perception, wisdom, survivals, and intelligence investigations. So I wish to investigate the area, like with my nose, like what can I smell by investigating the area
Okay, give me
with my nose.
since you said investigation, give me an investigation roll, and you said advantage. You can have advantage on it.
That's what. Cool. Yeah.
Maybe maybe the tower is unused. Maybe there's an illusion. Maybe something else. I don't know.
All right, that's what he does. That's put it in chat so you know what he does.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do my investigation roll. There you go.
Okay.
17.
All right. What you'll smell is a strong smell of spruce, pine. You'll smell a ruddy, musky earth smell. And every so often, as the wind shifts just a little bit, you'll smell the smell of dung.
So the smell of dung and what else?
Spruce smell, stronger smell of the spruces, which you would definitely relate back to the Mist Kingdom forest that you just left.
Mm-hmm.
The mountain winds trailing down that way, and a musky, ruddy, earthen smell, which you could attribute to possibly the roads that are not that far from where you're at, checking out this stone tower.
Okay, so I tell my friend what I smell. I say, something smells that I can smell the things that we smelled previously from the woods that we encountered many moons ago in this tower.
I say, strange. Maybe there's somebody who can tell us what this tower is for. Or maybe we can just find some guards.
Indeed, it seems that whoever is in this tower, they are trapped in this tower. They can't seem to get out because there's no doors or windows, by the looks of it. They forgot to put them on.
How tall is the tower, Charles?
Excuse me, I was just swallowing some water.
It's all good. It's all good.
The tower is 40 feet tall.
Okay, and is there can I see whether there's a roof to it? Or is it just so I guess what I'm asking is, does the tower come up and then there's like a wooden, covering, or does the tower come up and it's like a flat top? And does it have like crenulations or whatever up on it?
Well, you don't see a roof, but you would surmise that it's a flat top. It does have the traditional stone parapet kind of style, where you have the up and the down, like a rook's tower.
Okay, I say to one tusk here. I say either that, or I could just step into the Feywild for a moment and make my way up there. You have to pick me up, though. The distance is just a bit long.
All right. If you don't mind me picking you up, that is. All right. So
I don't.
All right. So I'm going to do this. Let's see. I wish to do this, Mr. Jim. Can I use my trunk to grab him?
All right. Let's see. It has a reach of 5 foot, so you can lift a number of pounds equal to 5 times. All right. That should be no issue with you grabbing and lifting him up 5 foot.
Okay. And that's what I do.
Okay. Yeah. So from there, basically, I'm going to use the face step ability,
Okay.
which allows me to teleport. I I do have to be able to see the location, so maybe I have to teleport like a little bit above it. But basically, I'm teleporting right on top of the tower.
Okay. Is there a distance limitation, kind of like Misty Step, or
Yeah, it's the same as Misty Step.
same as Misty Step? You would
I think so.
go ahead and double check it, but if it's the same as Misty Step, you'll know you'll be about 5 foot short.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because all of these pick you up five additional feet. But if it's not,
no, it is the same distance as Misty Step that I'm sure of.
now, what I would do is, if you still want to do that, then it's 5 foot, you're 6 foot. I'd give you a dex check or an athletics check to see if you could grab the lip of
okay.
of the top of the tower.
Do I think my acrobatic knowledge as a performer would come in hand here?
You would think that it might, but however, there's nothing to spring from.
Right. The question is whether I'm pulling myself up strictly, or if I can, possibly like.
Well, the first check is if you can even grab.
Right. Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Sure, that sounds like something my character would try. And I told one Tusk I'm going to do it, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So dex check, you said?
Yes.
All right. Ha! I rolled a 2, a total of 5.
All right. So you vanish from his trunk. You're up there and you miss it by 6 inches. Your fingers scrape across the stone as you fall the 30 feet
40 feet
to the ground.
Okay.
Well, yeah, 40. It'd be 40 foot, but I'll say 30 foot. You missed it by.
Can I attempt to catch him?
I'll give you the chance. I don't want to see you get damaged too much before getting into this. Because this is totally something I didn't plan on here.
What in D&D? That never happened.
I know. Yeah, give me a dex check at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Wish me luck, my good friend.
Could I possibly use acrobatics for the fall?
Oh, I've got 6.
Okay. Well, you'll miss them. You can use acrobatics for the fall. Give me an acrobatics check, and if you're successful, you'll have the damage because you'll
20
because it'd be rolling and falling. A controlled tumble, almost like the monk ability, but not so.
Right. Yeah. 20 acrobatics.
Right. You take half the damage, so 30 feet. That's what 3d6. Let's see here. God, I should grab my other 3d6. That's 11, 15 points for full. So half of that, say 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
So I fall, and I hit, just to describe this in comparison to my HP here. I fall, I hit, I roll, skid on my face, and then get up, blood coming down one side of my face, and I go, that's it. I'm going to fucking climb this thing is the last thing I do.
All right.
Don't hurt yourself, my good friend. I am not that.
I look at you.
I am not. My magics only last for a period of time, which is true. I'm only level 1, so don't expect
Well,
That's right. That's right.
but that's
Uh,
fine. That's what the the level swing on this is.
yeah. Level 1 is we'll start that. Yeah. Let me roll a wisdom saving throw. Hold on. Okay, I rolled pretty well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, I guess if you're not interested in doing it, I guess I won't on it. Let's go find somebody.
Let me
Enough of this.
let me see something here. Because you're doing this, you are getting some attention, even though they're intimidated.
No, what?
So you have, and I love using my 30-sided dice. I don't get to use it that often.
So much fun.
You have 6 people standing around you, and most of them are kids. And you got a couple of them. You hear a couple snickers. You see some smiles, and you're seeing a couple say, "Ooh, ouch," type of thing. And you got an old man there saying, "I could do that back when I was younger."
That's right. Classic.
Yes, very true.
Yeah, I say, I'm gonna wipe some of the blood and dirt off my face, and I go, I say, you there? I point at one of the kids. Where's the guardhouse of this town? Either that or the tavern.
Okay. You point there. After that, I'm trying to make in my mind if it's intimidation or just laughter. That the kid would have.
I just look at
I can roll persuasion or intimidation or deception.
I just
Well,
turn around,
or performance. I can even do performance for you.
I just turn around slowly with my because with my big giant mallet in my hand.
They're intimidated by you. They've never seen anything like you. At least he is Epoch is somewhat humanoid looking. So
yeah, red hair, tan skinned, orange irises.
Yeah,
elf, weird elf.
Yeah, they roll whichever you want, whether it's persuasion or performance.
I'll take performance.
Okay.
I am an entertainer after all.
Okay, no problem.
15.
15. Okay. They don't run, but they do quiet down and say, "Ooh, maybe he planned on that, but it just didn't. I bet you could do it again. Let's cheer him on. Do it again. Do it again. Come on, you can do it."
Yeah, sure. I say very well.
And the old man would with a broken cackle chuckle at that, and at the end of the chuckle will say, "What guard?"
Yeah. This time, what my character does is I'm going to use a bit of my entertainer knowledge here. Basically, I'm not going to necessarily try to climb to the top of the tower, but I'm basically doing like a kind of an acrobatic jump off the side. But what I want to do as part of it is look like I'm landing on the ground the same way I did before, but not in a way that hurts myself.
Okay. Well, then.
So I'm really more replicating the fall, but yeah.
Yeah. Give me a acrobatics check on that one.
12.
12. You don't fall on your face, but you do stumble. It's a noticeable stumble, but you catch yourself towards the end before you go nose first.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it would be better if I fell on my face. So I'm gonna try to controlled fall on my face.
All right.
It's funnier that way.
Go that way. The kids will clap and laugh. The old man says, "You'll never get it right." So
That's myself up.
at this point, with all this going on and the collection of the small crowd and like that,
I just like look down with my ears like drooping a bit, shaking my head, with my trunk curling upwards, touching my forehead in like total disarray, going.
and you'll have
What is it?
You'll have
It's a trunk palm. It's where you face palm with your trunk.
You'll have one or two of the little kids say, "Watch out! The demon's getting mad."
I look around and see where this demon is.
Yeah, I do the same thing. What?
I sort of turn around and see where this demon is.
They're pointing at you.
And I look and I say, "I'm no demon."
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We've heard of your kind. That
Really
have,
now?
Yes, that have big heads, big feet, big hands, and big noses, and they come through the night and they steal kids and they take them down to the Hades.
Really
Our
now?
mothers tell us that all the time.
Really now? I thought I'll say.
And I say, really?
Really? I wish you do an insight roll.
Okay,
Let me roll my insight.
You can do an insight roll, but I need both of you, or I desire both of you to do a perception roll also.
Okay.
Perception.
So my insight was 2, so I believe them.
Okay.
My perception is 7,
Okay.
so I
And then
don't notice anything.
And then I do an insight roll on him as
Okay.
well. Okay. I'm more wise on the insight.
Yeah, and you believe they're telling you the truth, that their mothers have told them stories of demons that have big noses, big ears, big feet, big hands, and take kids down into Hades.
This is not good at all.
I also believe they're telling the truth. And believe the stories that they just told.
I just look depressed.
Okay.
I just become.
And the old man there will say, "Sonny, you said something about a tavern, an inn." Oh, shoot. Can I over here?
Yeah.
And he'll say, "Yeah, there's one. All you got to do is just take yourself down to the Cups Lane. It's a great one. It's called the Bear and the Boar. It's the best one in town."
It sounds like it. Let's get going. I marched off.
Okay.
Yeah, I also sort of.
All right.
Yeah,
Which way are you going?
Well, I don't know this town in character. So I'm going to walk probably down Park Street
Okay.
and then see if I see anybody and basically just ask them,
As you
do you know where the Bear and Boar is, kind of thing?
as you go
Oh, yeah.
on, as you go on down through Park Street, you'll hear the doors and the shutters slamming shut as your elephant friend comes along.
Oh, boy. Not a problem.
But you'll come into Park Street. It take you actually into a park area right here, and
Right.
you'll see on a couple wooden stumps or chunks of wood made like into seats right over here, just slightly out from the trees here in front of the fountain. A couple old men sitting there, and they seem to be one smoking a big pipe and the other seems to be sipping something out of a cup.
I walk up to them and say, "Tell me where the boar and the bear and the boar is." Yes.
All right.
Cup
Give
Street.
me a persuasion check.
All right.
Just to see how you receive, basically.
19.
Okay. They'll say, "Hey there, you look like you got a bit of a suntan. Where are you coming from? It's awful gloomy around here lately. But if you go down to Cup Street," and yeah, they're going to say Cup Street, you'll find it. It's right at the end of Cup Street. No problem. Everybody knows where it's at.
Point the direction. We're from out of town.
And they'll, from sitting over here, they will point to the southeast, basically.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Now, you do have two or three choices that would fit that somewhat.
Yeah. Well, I am intelligent enough to realize that I am terrible with directions.
Okay.
So I will let One Tusk walk ahead of me, or choose our path.
Okay.
All right. Yes. I'm being the most wisest.
By a notable margin.
Well, I got a wisdom of 16, so not too bad. I got a charisma of 10, so not very charismatic. But I tell you what, though, I'm very hearty individual.
Okay.
I have a wisdom of 5.
5. Holy.
Yep. I rolled it.
How did you get 5? And you just answered.
4d6, and I rolled a 5.
Don't answer that for me.
My lowest stat is a dex. I got -1 for dex. I got dex of 8.
Okay. So, all right.
The only reason my perception is a 9 is because I have proficiency in it as an elf.
Which way is our wise demon going to choose?
Yeah.
I should follow. I listened to the man's instructions very carefully. What he said, because I'm an elephant, and we elephants never forget, which is true.
Yep. Yep.
And I shall go the direction he told us and look around to see if there's any sign.
3 choices for that direction.
Okay.
From where you're at.
3 paths, huh?
Yeah.
East,
You have,
which is the Lord's Road.
South.
South, which is the Merchant's Road, and then
you have
further
this road
south,
right
which is-
here.
Yeah.
Beggar Street, which is the upper end of Beggar Street. You have this road, Merchant's Row, and then you have this, what looks to be a road from your position over here that may turn and go, but you're not sure.
I'll probably go through Merchant's Road.
All right. So you'll go down Merchant's Road. And it seems like as people notice your partner in crime, Epic, that they slam and shut up their houses and businesses along the road in a type of fear as far as that. And the ones that are on the street somewhat drift off into alleys or someplace. They give you ample room to travel.
Nice.
Which we deserve.
Who are they to argue about that?
It's about the end of Merchants Row that I noticed they're getting out of the way, though.
Yep. Big guy coming through.
So you're
Big
coming on
mighty.
down here, and you'll come on down, and you'll get here, and you'll see that there's the situation here where there's like an opening to your north, and that Merchants Road seems to turn to the south.
What is that building to the north? Like, what does it look like?
Which building?
One, maybe two.
Oh, one. There's two doesn't have a building, but one does. That is looks to be a fortified keep.
I think we found the guardhouse for the town.
Ah.
Do we want to find the tavern first or head there?
Let us go to the tavern first. Maybe we can get some news about this town and about its people.
Of course. That makes sense.
All right. So you're going to go down this route.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you go down Crooked Crossing and you get into the four ways here, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
I'll roll it 2, but I don't expect to succeed.
Okay.
Look, a 3.
All right. You
I
don't.
got 19.
Where did we go?
You're looking for an inn, but the wise one-tusked demon with big ears, big nose, big feet, big hands notices a sign that seems to be waving up and down here, and when it does wave up, he catches the glint of what looks like to be a bear and a boar on the sign.
Ah, looks like we are here, my friend.
Well, right at the moment you're here, but you're noticing it right here.
I'm putting it out to my friend and say, look, the tavern.
It takes me a little too long to find it, but then I find it and go, yes, this direction.
Yep. Number 11 is the, you can now know that is the Bear and Boar Tavern.
I walk right in.
Okay.
I walk into.
Oh, okay. And let's see here. Yeah, I'll roll a 20-sided. Okay. When you come in, you can see that there's about 18 people inside this large tavern, and then all of a sudden, it seems like there's 11 of them that seem to scatter and run through different exits away from you.
I say, how strange. They must all work in the same place or something. Bartender, we're looking for drinks.
Oh, what would you like to have there, Sir Elf? And this demon that you travel with, is he tamed? Do they drink?
I sort of look, I give him a hardy stare, like the hardest, like soul-staring stare into, that elephant can give.
Roll me an intimidation.
Okay. Once again, I'm not that good at intimidation.
With a
With advantage. Oh, God. Intimidation. A 19 with advantage.
And you see him start sweating and shaking a bit, reaching for a couple pewter mugs and like that, and he's waiting for what your order of drink will be.
I just say, give me a barrel of water.
Of what?
A barrel
Water.
of water.
Of water. Okay. Yeah, he'll give you he'll say that I'll have to go back to the storeroom and get such a thing, but I can suffice you, Sir Demon, with that. And
Once again, once he says demon again,
he'll fumble his words, and you'll hear the shakiness in his voice. And he'll look to you. He'll say, "Sir Elf, what do you desire?"
I say,
Have a fine wine.
yeah, whatever is known, whatever this place is known for.
We're a simple tavern, but we're known throughout the region for our cold drinks and such. So no problem.
Yes, one of those.
Okay, and he'll say that'll be an electrum piece for the wine, and 2 electrum pieces for the and it'll be a pony keg size cask of water for your demon friend.
Yeah, I say, I hand him a gold piece, or I put a gold piece on the table, and I say, this will provide the rooms, right?
Well, rooms such as we have, yes.
Great.
What about
Not too much of the wine, though.
But what about
I can't hold my liquor.
He'll say.
Say it again.
He'll say what? But yeah, that'll take care of the rooms. But what about the drinks?
Oh, it doesn't. I say, this doesn't cover both rooms and drinks. How much is this electrum piece you speak of?
An electrum piece is an electrum piece around here. It's a standard value out of AIREWOOD.
Very well. These will pay for the drinks and however long we need the rooms minus the drinks in electrum.
Okay. And he's just going to be he's very shaken and stuttering and in fear, but yeah, he rushes off, almost stumbling over his feet to go into the storage room to get this cask. You guys staying at the bar? Are you going to find a table?
Yeah, I look at one Tuscan and I'll say, he seemed, I don't know, like sick or something. Seemed be sweating a lot.
Yeah.
Think he's okay? Maybe you should help him get the barrel of water.
Yeah. I don't know what they always. I don't know why they keep saying demon for. It's unusual.
Yeah, that is strange. I wonder if there's a demon following us. Look around. But yeah, after that, I'm going to take a seat somewhere.
All right.
I sort of like.
Plenty of
I look at a seat and don't sit on it because I'm too big. I'm too heavy. I might break it.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh the same weight as an elephant.
That's probably not true. Because that would be like your density would be like uranium.
Let's see. It says
A small elephant would make sense.
Yeah, roughly about small elephant. So roughly about
Yeah, but what does the race? The race has a weight associated with it.
Yeah, I'll double check.
check. I think they're quite heavy. I know they're quite heavy. It says they are quite
Right.
heavy creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Goliath or bugbear.
Lumbering giants.
I'm roughly between 400 pounds, 300 and to 400 pounds. There
Okay,
you go.
you're
Yeah.
heavier.
They stand over 7 feet tall on average. Couldn't find the weight, but
Okay. Well, Goliaths and bugbears are up to 8 foot. They weigh 300 to 400.
Yeah. So I'm 7 foot tall and 300 pounds.
Okay. And you'll find a chair, and as you sit on it, it will. That's right. It will creak. It is holding you, but it will creak. And
And he's quite young. He's only like 60 years old. He's a very young elephant.
okay.
that's right.
And
Very
the bartender will bring out the wine in the pewter mug, and he'll bring out the pony keg-sized cask of water and set it on the table for your demon friend. And he's not saying that at this point.
right.
Rushing back to the table. Give me a perception check, because there are 7 other people in this room.
Okay, cool. Perception. All right. Perception.
So I paid none of them any mind. I rolled a 1 total.
And your demon friend there, old One Tusk, he's seen the 7 of them breaking out each. There's like 3 with one holy symbol, 3 with another, and another one with a unique one. And they're putting those up, and they're making religious signs that would be interpreted by One Tusk as signs of protection that are being asked of their respective gods.
Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. I also hold up I show my holy symbol round my neck of the war god, and see if they have a shared faith within me.
You said war god?
Yep. Because that's what I am. I'm a war priest.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. And
Common villagers are known for worshiping gods of war.
well, what else? They
Maybe
seem
there's a soldier amongst them.
they seem to be going faster with their protection signs and holding them a little bit longer. And you see beads of sweat when you lift your holy symbol on up, because it doesn't look to be a holy symbol for a fisherman or a farmer or a miner.
Oh well. If they, because that is that's a shatter of my faithful. As acolyte, I can command and the respects of those who share the same faith as my faith. So if they don't share my faith, then they can just walk away, go away.
They can deal with it.
They're sitting there in their respective tables and doing their thing, and doesn't seem like they're moving, whether it's just because they're too afraid or just because they're too cheap and they want to finish their meal and drink or whatever the situation be.
Well, Tempest will, he will bless, he will just put his holy symbol down, as he's holding it with his little trunk in his hands, the little symbol that he carries around his neck, he lets go of it and it just dangles back down again.
Okay. Are you guys partaking of the drinks?
Yes, I'm drinking.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta sort of say, let me smell that drink just in case it's been tainted, my good friend.
Give me.
That's right. I'm sipping the drink in my case.
Give me Constitution saving throws. It's
I'm
not,
smelling it first.
it doesn't matter. It's Constitution saving throw. It's not being utilized the way you're thinking, but
For me as well.
yeah, both of you because
Well, mine's water.
what?
Mine's water.
Yeah,
You're not drinking it yet.
No.
but once you get past, you won't notice anything adverse with your smell. The Constitution saving throws, you'll see after a bit the reason why I used that. That's all.
Okay. Yeah.
20, by the way, from my con save.
Okay. You love the flavor of the wine and the aspect that it's so chilled and cold. You enjoy. Where one tuss, you don't enjoy it so much because it is a little bit too cold for your liking.
Yeah. As a in my summer form, I have lots of body heat, and it just feels good cooling down, I guess. But it's
the one
freezing.
The one thing that you guys would actually, and it doesn't require a roll, would realize is you haven't been to too many taverns, inns, or houses of like restaurants or such that serve drinks that are this cold. This is kind of a unique situation that you're finding here in this town, especially for the size of it. But they're very delicious. They are refreshing because they are so cold and cool. But
yeah. I spent an hour sipping this drink. I really enjoy it, and I want a short rest. So
yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
I just drink this water, and I even spray some of it on top of my head, behind my ears, and give myself a little sprinkle of water, because anything can do that,
well, yeah, they can, and you'll hear some murmurs there of how rude spraying us with water is. From
I sort of turn around
because you're spraying it back like an elephant, so you're not really caring where it goes, just as long as it falls on you and someone goes elsewhere.
I turn around and apologize and say, I apologize, good gentlemen. Being my race, we don't really have sweat glands.
And you'll have those two where they'll chatter and say, "Don't eat us. Don't take us to Hades, please. Please, I have a family. Even though they're ugly and mean to me, I still got a family."
He says, he slams his hammer, and he says, "I am not from Hades. I serve the god Tempest.
How
Do you not recognize the holy symbols that I wear?
how hard do you slam that hammer?
Or on the ground, like tap it on the ground, you mean? Quite hard.
All right. Roll me.
He's not trying to break the floor. It's the answer.
No, but it's still. Roll me a d4.
Okay. Just 1d4, yeah?
Yeah, just one d4.
All right.
No mod.
I mean, I get unless you are trying to break the floor, in which case, go right ahead.
All right, what do we got there? You'll hear a crack underneath where you hit it, and you'll see maybe a little bit of a splinter wedge itself up, but nothing major. But it's just something that you notice and the rest notice. And yeah, you've been there for an hour and you've been doing hardly anything. So yeah, you get a short rest, and hence,
Cool.
because you're in town, like the
Oh, right. That's right.
it's standard rest values.
Fair enough. As I do so, you notice as well that my skin kind of lightens a bit from the dark tan it had before, to kind of just a darker cream, kind of yellow, but like a more, not like a bright yellow. Skin, auburn hair, brown irises, and yeah. That just happens over the short rest.
So you switch from
Summer to autumn.
bottom. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
It's now 4:30. Through the window, you can see that it's getting darker. Not that it's night yet, but being that it is late winter, early spring, around that time frame, it's starting to get somewhat darker. Outside, it would be considered dim light. The bartender you see going through lighting some of the sconces on the wall.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna actually go up to the bartender after finishing my drink and say, "That was a excellent drink. I understand that it might have been expensive, and I kind of feel bad for maybe not paying you appropriately for both the rooms and the drink. And so I hand him another gold piece, and I say, that said, if you wouldn't mind, if you have the time, we had heard that there was some issues happening in town with this mist to the north, and there was possibly a reward involved, but it's more about helping people in our case.
And the bartender say, shh, shh, shh. Speak in loud terms. For the unnamed, it'll come and it'll get you if you speak too loud about it.
Okay.
The secret.
I quiet down.
And
And
yes,
I say,
we lost a couple children just last night, and we haven't found them. The mothers say that the demons took them to Hades, but some say, nah, they just ran off to be safe.
I say,
And
do we need to check the mists tonight?
when he says off to Hades, he'll give a slow look up over towards one tusk and on back.
Yeah. I say, don't worry about him. He's not a demon. He's just a foreigner. Which is arguably worse. Oh no.
We've never seen the likes of his kind. The only
I know, isn't that weird?
is the myths and legends and tales of our mothers and fathers of how demons look with big noses, big ears, big hands, and feet that
you
grab
see-
things.
You see,
Yeah, trust me, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like.
The GM likes to pick on me, you see.
No,
Yeah. That's exactly what it says. No, I say.
not really, but
Yeah, well, maybe.
no, not really.
Yeah,
The town and
Yeah.
some of the stuff, it just allows me to open a door.
Anyway, so my character goes, listen, those stories, they're not about that. I know it's weird, but they're called Loxodon. They're some sort of elephant people. That said, these kids, you think maybe they've been taken? Is there something we can do to help? Someone we should speak to?
Well, they're looking to see what's causing all this. So we know.
Yeah.
So the Lord of ULBa can make plans on how to correct it and hopefully recover our lost ones that are missing. We can't recover the ones that have been frozen.
This my big friend here and I am here to help you with exactly that problem.
Yes.
I don't know if the Lord sent us. Perhaps he did. If he's nearby, we may want to talk with him. But these kids are really the priority here.
And he'll say, "The Lord is in his manor." All you got to do is go up to the Lord's road, and if you can get an audience with him from his men at arms, he'll talk to you possibly. But about that time, as you're going through this,
Right? Yeah.
a screaming woman comes screaming into the tavern, saying, my child, it just froze solid right down there. The mist, it's coming." And she came in from the Inner Street Cavern Row entrance over here.
Looks like we need to go investigate this, my elven friend. Should we?
Yeah.
Should we go?
I almost don't respond to you as I turn to the woman and say, we don't have any time. Let's go. We need to confront this mist now. And
Okay.
I say, point us to the direction.
Oh,
Where's the danger?
well, let me. I'll put a. I will put a color here and have it. Here.
I'm imagining my character is in the middle of a fog. Where's these mists? I can't find the mists. This dang fog's in the way.
Nice.
And the oval there is showing where the mist is.
Oh dang! Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Alrighty.
So yeah.
And so that's where where that is. And she points out the door that she came on into. That's about the most that she's doing. She's weeping and sobbing. 3 of the 7 men that were left in there come over and try to help console her. And she's a peasant woman, very simple garb. And you can tell that she's been working hard. Her skin is rough, calloused, just everyday type person. Nobody outside of any importance per se in a medieval lifestyle.
Sure, yeah. But nonetheless, I'm going to head out the direction of the mists and go try to solve the problem of this mist.
Yeah, I go as well. I sort of follow.
Okay, well, that's no problem. No problem there. And as you walk out the front of the Bear and Boar out that this entrance from Inner Street, you see the mist about 15 feet away from you. And I'm not. It's all of the same color of the circle that's covering, and so everything inside this circle is, would say, lightly obscured.
I sort of like look at it. I look at this mist, and I'm going to do an Arcana check to see what I know about like magical mists and things like that.
Yeah, and if possible, I'll roll a nature check for basically the same thing, but for natural mists. Normal mists.
Okay. You don't get
9.
nothing, one tusk.
Okay.
That comes to mind.
9 nature.
9 for nature, you don't either. And
Okay.
about the only thing that 9 with the nature, I'd say, is that you might believe that this is just a natural mist.
Okay.
Fog.
I mean, it is the right season for it, and we're near a lake.
Yeah.
Which could have fogs. So yeah, it kind of looks like a natural fog, but these disappearing children is still an issue. I go out onto the streets and
so you go out
try to find the center of where this fog is originating from, or keep an eye out for people who might be using the fog to do nefarious deeds.
And I follow.
Sucks.
I go follow him, but
Okay.
as I do so, I touch my tusk, my one tusk, and it glows a bright light as I cast light upon my tusk.
Okay. And as you step out there, come on, how do I?
So my tusk is like lighting up. It's like a bright white light comes from my tusk.
Yep.
I'm not gonna get too worried. I gotta figure out how to do that for the game, but yeah. Trying to reselect the circle mist. Not having too good luck. I should have used the onboard annotate type thing. But anyways, as you step out there, the mist is coming towards you and encompassing this whole front and coming over top of you. Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Great.
It's 10.
I don't know what's going on there.
6.
I got a I got a 15.
Okay. Ready? Let's see here. The miss will go first.
Even though I got a -1.
1 plus second.
I got a 16, but I get a -1 to my initiative, which is, you know.
I rolled a 3, got +3, so 6.
I'm surprised that I got that high of initiative.
Right.
Let me see what the damage is. Okay.
I need to find a good picture for this guy. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but it's going to be cool.
All right. I'll need a Constitution saving throw from both of you.
Okay. Ugh.
A con save. Perfect. 19.
Okay.
You're more sturdy than me.
Well, it's both of you, but you're going to feel the effects first as far as that. Okay. You'll take 10 points necrotic damage.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Exciting.
And you feel chilled.
Okay.
And okay. And it almost like your life force is being sucked out of you by the mist.
All right.
As far as that, and you saved, didn't you? So it doesn't seem to be bothering with you, Epic, that you say is the out of game ish.
All right. I go to one knee and like lean against my my warhammer, like and like start coughing really badly and spitting out blood from my mouth and crying like and like I grasp onto my holy symbol and I spend 1 spell slot and do God wound to myself.
Okay, no problem.
Yay, I'm back to full health.
All right. And are you doing anything else? Are you going to move?
Well, that's my action. If it's initiative. Yeah, I get up and I sort of like prepare my warhammer and like and sort of like stand with my friend and say, "This mist is magical somehow."
Okay. Epic.
All right. Well, I say, well, if this is some sort of creature, first I say, I agree with you, but if this is some sort of creature, this might be able to give us that answer. And I cast Armor of Agathis on myself. Well, first, I go into my bag and pull out a cup of water, splash it on my head, and then cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
And the water just kind of forms onto my body. And you see kind of a whole bunch of these like kind of yellowish, reddish leaves kind of cover me. So Armor of Agathis gives me 5 temp HP.
Okay.
And if a creature hits you with a melee attack while I have it, it takes any of the temp HP, it takes 5 cold damage. So basically, I put this armor on myself, and then that's my action. But I'm going to move to the to the edge of the mist, but maybe not where I was. Try to maybe move up Inner Street
Well,
and see.
Where you're at, or on the mist move. That's why I was trying to see if I could get this stupid thing to select so I could.
I can. Right. I mean, I can see your cursor.
Yeah, but
It moved into the mist.
It moved right over here, off along the.
Right.
As soon as it saw.
Oh, it expanded. Okay.
Well, it moved. It didn't necessarily.
Well, I don't know. I can't see the other side, presumably because of the cover. But
yeah, that's what,
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move basically up Caravan Row and see if there's any people who are like coming out of the buildings and trying to run away from this thing and get out of it, kind of thing.
Give me a perception with the disadvantage.
With advantage? Okay.
Disadvantage since it's lightly obscured.
Oh, right. That makes sense. 5.
You don't see anybody. The mist.
It seems like people were ready to deal with it. Not a problem. So I'm gonna basically, with my movement, I'm gonna move up Caravan Row, and then if possible, I want to use a bonus action to use my Misty Step wannabe feature and teleport another 30 feet, trying to see how far deep this thing goes.
All right. So you moved, we'll say, from back over here. You guys stepped on out, and it was here. You moved 30 feet up into it, right? Your movement's 30 feet.
Yep, 30 feet.
And then the other 30 feet, we'll say, puts you up right there.
Well,
about the middle.
Is that with the teleport? I would go there. Like, where does my 30 feet movement end? Actually,
your 30 feet movement end will be right here, about right here.
And since I don't notice anybody on Caravan Row, I'm going to go the south direction. I'm not going to follow up Caravan. I'm going
to back the way.
Teleport 30. I'm not. No, southeast.
Down this way.
Yeah, 30 feet.
And that will put you. Let's see here, about there. We'll say.
Sure.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. Both of you give me Constitution saving throws again.
Oh no.
Oh yes, the best con save I could possibly roll.
Okay.
And by best, I meant worst.
Woohoo!
By the way.
Oh.
I'm gonna be right back.
All right. You don't. One Tusk. You don't seem to. Your vision is at this disadvantage, but it doesn't seem like much is happening to you right at the moment. Epic, depending upon what he got, I'm taking it that he feels like he failed it, so I'll wait for him to get back.
Okay.
As far as that, maybe give me a chance to select that. Because I know there's a way to do it. Select. Do it this way. No, that's the whole kit. I'm not wanting that per se. Put it up there. I think it's where it was, so it's not select all. No, I don't want that. Okay. Selection. You. Oh, okay. Should have I used the other program.
I'm back.
Okay. What was your Constitution save?
3
3? Okay. You take 10.
total.
You take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Oh boy.
And you have a feeling like it was sucking the life. You feel cold out of you, and you almost have the feeling like it was following you. And
Do I have the feeling
Okay.
that my Agathis armor did cold damage to it?
Well, your Agathis armor seemed
Mhm.
to act like you think that it should, but it didn't really seem to harm it much.
Do anything? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good to know.
So we're over to One Tusk. What is
All right.
One Tusk gonna do?
One Tusk is going to make a run. He wants to get out of this fog. So
All right.
he's gonna run to the he's gonna run 60 feet away from the fog, like as fast as he can to the outer rims of the fog.
Which way?
Um,
Because right now, where the oval isn't necessarily where the fog is. Because
Okay.
the fog is encompassing all this, where the buildings are on Inner Street, coming on down around that
I'm heading towards the river.
towards the river. So you're going to go 60 feet down that. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming out of there, we'll say that'll put you. You're trying to stay away from the fog, so that'll put you. Brush. That's what I need. We'll say that gets you right about here, where you're just outside the side of the fog, 60 feet away.
Mm-hmm. And I call for my friend. What is your character's name?
Epoch.
Epoch. So you're using my spell, Form of Choji. Say, Epoch! Over here!
Live right in Epoch.
Epoch! There you go.
That's what you're doing. All right, Epoch.
I say, oh no, it sounds like my friend's in trouble. So I'm going to head that direction. Going to go south around those buildings. And
Yep, you're going to go this
toward-
direction.
full 60 feet.
Okay, and so we'll put you.
I also do not want to be in the fog.
All right, we'll put you both right here in the same spot. Then you run up to One Tusk. And
Cool. I look like I draw my weapon,
Okay.
but with nobody around, I go, who's in danger? We need to get away from this fog. It's bad.
Okay.
Yes, it seems that something magical is going on. I do not know exactly what it is, but we need to tell me, my friend, are you badly injured?
I'm feeling okay, but I don't know if I can survive that fog again.
Here, my friend,
And-
take a good healing from me. He lays his tusk upon your shoulder,
Yeah,
and
but it's not your turn.
oh, ain't it?
It's the fog. Epoch comes after you.
Okay.
Back up to the top. And let's see, 30.
Yep.
That's about 30, I said there. So that's about 30. You see the fog seems to come and just get around you guys. And
It's moving pretty fast, too. Okay.
yeah, it flies at a 30 and can hover. Give me Constitution saving throws.
All right.
Okay.
16 con save.
Okay.
By the way, sometimes I'll post my numbers in chat. So if you're wondering where it is.
right. Yeah, I'll have to.
Not always, but you know.
No, I can't. I don't. With Zoom, when I'm sharing, it's a smaller window that I see over there, and
Oh, right.
harder for me to see in the Zoom chat.
Fair enough.
But that's all good. You tell me I'm good to go with it, and we'll roll from there because the map is more important in some ways than seeing something in chat in that way.
I think so.
Okay. So you had a 16, so you're good. Nothing happens to you. You had a what?
A 10.
All right. You take 10 necrotic damage. You feel cold, and it feels like life is being sucked out of you. And your go. One time.
All right. Okay, I go, this thing is really hurting. All right, and so I, once again, cure wounds on myself because I need to keep myself alive.
Yep. Okay. No problem.
Yep. That's the right thing to do.
All right, that's all my spells spend for today now
Okay.
because I can only cast 2 spells per day.
Okay.
Yep. I'm in the same boat, basically.
So are you moving?
Yes, I guess I can't dash because I cast a spell. But yes, I wish to move 30 feet towards towards the water again.
30 feet towards the water. Okay, and then we'll put you down. Say about there. All right. E-pop.
I'm going to also. I'm going to dash 60 feet.
Which way?
But I'll just roll to see if I notice where he's going, or if I just
Okay. Oh, you
decide to go the way I think is a better way to go.
You can do a perception at disadvantage. Since,
Yep.
Since you're in the.
I rolled pretty good actually, so I'm gonna head past One Tusk, and basically move 60 feet up Shadow Street. Not that I know it's called that, but you know.
Yeah. No.
The street there.
We'll put you right here. All right, and yeah, solution. What I found on this right now is take the shadow or the mist, and that will there 30 feet be right there, and One Tusk, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. Oops. Let me see. Oops.
You adding all your modifiers in there?
Yes. I'm gonna spend my inspiration to have advantage on it.
Okay, no problem. That's what it's there for.
A 19.
All right, don't waste your inspiration since that was your first roll that you got the 19 on.
No, that was my inspiration I spend to get the advantage.
Okay, all right.
So otherwise I would have got a 5.
All right, so you got,
Yeah.
I was just reading the way I was reading it. That's all.
Well, yeah, it depends on whether inspiration is used prior to the roll or after.
Yeah.
You did roll a 19, but the second roll with advantage was a 5.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying.
But you rolled it at the same time, so it's not like you would have known that.
But
So it's kind of
and I was,
yeah.
And I was giving you the inspiration back since the first one you successfully
Right.
made it, and trying to give you the best.
Oh, okay.
Is the deal here. All right, so you don't feel any damage or whatnot as far as that, and then Epop.
I believe it's his turn.
Well, he. Oh yeah. Okay.
Nope. Bog, his turn. Me.
One tusk.
Okay, one tusk is going to take the dash action towards the river.
Towards the river. Okay. You
I was
mean
going to keep heading towards the water.
Okay. Let's see here. I want to.
So 60 feet. I'm running now.
Yeah, you're going.
I think you reach it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to say because let's get this down here. Okay, that's as far as I can go. 30 feet will put you about here.
Well, I'm not going to go into the water. I want to actually go into the water, so I want to move another 30 feet into the water, like jump into it.
Okay, we'll put you right about here then. Just it's actually it'll be a little bit. Yeah, we'll say right there where you're at in the water.
Yep. How deep is the water?
It's. Let me see here. I'll take a D10 since this is a fishing and mercantile dock area, basically. It's 9 feet deep.
Okay. I stand up in the water and tilt my head upwards and hold my breath and lift my trunk up and poke it out of the water.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm breathing through my nose.
There's snorkel in it. Okay.
Ninja elephant.
Yes. So that's what you're doing, Epoch.
I head up Shadow Street 60 feet.
Okay. We'll say 30 about there, and 60 will bring you right here. All right. And let's see here. All this can do. Oh, I didn't do that. Cancel that. Want that color and this shape. And the cloud, there was that, 30 feet would have been there. This mist is there, that's about that. There you go. That's what it is doing. What is one tusk doing?
I'm staying in the water with my trunk poking out, like type thing, so I can breathe, because it's a clever trick I can do with my trunk. And I'm going to walk slowly, at a very slow pace, because no doubt I'm half the speed in water. I'm going to walk like sort of like east, like follow the river upwards, type thing.
You're in the lake, not the river. But
oh yeah,
but
I follow it.
Oh, you're going east.
Yes, I'm going towards number 10.
Well, that's west.
Yes, I'm still west.
Okay. So you're gonna go, and we'll say you make it doing that and staying about that for.
But I'm walking though. I guess because I guess it's 25 feet in water, isn't it? For half.
You're doing a dash.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we'll put you at because your normal speed is 30, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll put you about.
But I don't know what it is in water, so it's up to you.
I'm giving it as difficult terrain for you, and so it's half. So your dash is actually 30.
Cool.
All right. And
so if you're very perceptive, Mr. Elf, you'll see a trunk poking out the water and running towards walking towards number 10.
I don't notice that.
Epoch.
But the camera does. I'm not sure if the water protects us from this mist, but I'm going to stay next to the shore just in case it does. So I'm going to move 60 feet along the shore toward number 10.
Okay. That'd be 30 and number 10.
Yeah.
They're at the back side of 10. All right.
Do I notice, I guess a perception check again. Do I notice anybody getting out of their houses and leaving, or?
Roll me a perception check.
10.
10? It's a real easy
Yep.
perception check on that. You notice everybody has their doors shut, windows shuttered as far as so.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Here,
Now I'm following.
30 more feet. Let me get this bad boy, and we're right here. 30 more feet would put it right about there. It's moving. Epoch, you would notice that it seems like it's moving towards you, almost like it senses you, or possibly. Yeah, well, you didn't notice one tusk in there. So, and one tusk, you're under the water, so you really can't see where this is moving. But that's what it does, and it is now one tusk's turn.
And once again, taking the dash action, moving towards number 10, but keeping in the shadow, keeping my feet to the ground and tusks and trunk in the air.
Okay. So
Like an elephant would do when they swim.
Yeah. No argument with me on that. There you go. That's about where you make it. Epoch. Epoch, you're muted. Isaac.
Sorry, I'm muted. Oops. Muted.
Your turn.
I say I shout to one tusk, and I say, actually, do I have something for this? Oh, I do. I actually cast minor illusion
Okay.
as in my action,
All right.
and I shout, "The fog is here," and actually, who am I getting? Yeah, I say the fog is here. Close your doors, your shutters, get your children inside, and get somewhere where the fog can't reach. And I'm actually putting that on repeat because I think I target a location.
All right.
For this sound. Target C text within range lasts for the duration. Yeah, so it's as about as loud as it can be. Maybe a scream would be louder, but I want to convey information. So I just drop that so that everybody can hear it, and then move 30 feet up the coast.
All right. That will put you about there, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let's see here. Let me change this, back to this. And our mist. How far is it 30, 60. So it doesn't sense you, but it senses another person. So like that.
What, you can sense through water?
Well, your trunk is
Presumably.
water. Your trunk is above the water, correct?
Yes.
And all right. So it's going to kind of do this 40 feet from there. We'll put it honestly about right there. So there we go. That's about all we can do to move. One task.
I'm once again taking a dash action towards number 10.
All right.
Can I clarify something real quick here, just for the sake of whatever? Can one tusk feel the coldness from the fog without touching it? Like, does it emanate from the fog, or is it only cold in the fog?
It's only cold in the fog.
Okay.
It's a necrotic cold.
Right. That's why I was double checking.
I was explaining it. That's the meta of it. It's a necrotic cold. If you're just outside of it, you're really not sensing anything other than the other air ambient temperature that's involved.
Right.
But you're moving towards 10, even though you can't see 10 technically. But I'm going to give you survivability because this monster is a little bit stronger for what we got here today. And put you, and it's not that hard of a monster, really. But with only the two of
Sure, yeah.
Five.
No, yeah. My character without the temp HP would have dropped instantly from 10 damage.
But
First level, not a problem.
and that's why I wanted to check some of this out. First
Yep,
level,
yep.
second level, third level, it would have been.
Yeah, if you make the con save low, you probably could make it just like a hazard, but I'm not sure if it's actually a creature. I don't think my character is going to check.
Well, the
At least not right now.
con save is somewhat low. For it. This is this monster is actually out of one of the.
Yeah, like a 10 could be a positive save, but like there are people who have negative modifiers to con and such, and those people are going to drop instantly to 10 damage.
Yep.
So if it's always 10 damage, then 10 is probably too high for first level characters.
Well, the 10.
The DC.
The DC is 13, and the 10.
Right. I'm just yeah.
And this is what this is all about. Is we're discussing.
Right. Yeah.
And the 10 points is what they give as the average damage instead of
average damage. Yep.
Instead of rolling the 2d6 plus 3.
Right.
So, they're not trying to justify myself with this monster.
I'm just telling you what numbers for first level characters. Most of them won't survive 10 damage average if they fail to save once.
No,
they need healing or.
That's why with this I made it a first to fourth. I know we're playing with five.
Right.
5 players. So, there's certain weaknesses this thing has, but none of them struck across them yet.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. We'll see.
As far as that, I said as yet, and I think it's what Epoch, your turn.
Oh, was it my turn? Sorry.
Oh, he moved.
Yeah, it was my turn. I wasn't actually. So I'm gonna drop another one of those minor illusions 30 feet ahead of me.
Okay.
Same message. I don't know where Epoch is, and then I'm gonna move up to it with my 30 feet of movement.
So right there.
And it's just basically a warning. I'm acting as a klaxon, basically, for the town. For anybody that doesn't hear, doesn't notice, or whatever.
And
Because I wouldn't have noticed. But yeah. So.
Here. And you see, if you're paying attention and if you're seeing the fog seems to be going in this direction. So, one tusk.
I'm gonna head towards the shore now, like towards the shore, like back to land, and I'm gonna run 30 feet back towards land.
Okay, so you'll end up over here behind 10.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Doing anything else?
Do I see my friend?
No.
Okay.
Probably hear the alarm that I just dropped, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you would hear that. You would also see this mist. It looks like it's moving off onto the lake.
Okay. I'm going to try and pick up his scent of smell to see if I can find him.
Righty. Roll there with disadvantage. Your
one, it gives me advantage anyway.
Yeah, so
normal.
Normal perception roll.
Perception roll.
Or survival, since it says survival in there, or investigation, whichever is your best.
Perception.
Yeah,
Perception is my best.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, the wind is blowing just right. It's coming down from the north west, blowing straight into your nostrils. You're hearing the sound of what sounds like him alarming up there to the north west of you.
Nice.
Okay, so you now know where he's at.
Okay.
All right, and that's there. And Deepak.
I'm going to dash 60 feet up the shoreline. Probably won't follow that little curve there, but, I'm just 60 feet straight up.
That's 30, another 60, another 30. So we're going something like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, about like it.
Okay.
Weird question.
All right.
Maybe I shouldn't ask it. But it's been a few rounds. Is there a con save for dashing so many times?
Well, you haven't been dashing.
Not every time, no. I'm just wondering.
And yeah, there is if you dashed. I believe it's like for an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I might double check that.
We haven't. I'd have to go back and double check it, but it hasn't even been a minute. We haven't done 10 rounds yet.
Right.
So, and that's what we got there. And we'll come out of initiative unless you guys are going to go back to fight it. It's moving off across the lake.
Okay. Based on the distances there, though, is it within 120 feet after its next movement? Of me?
Well, hold on. Let me put its next movement there. That's about it. And we'll go. It moves another 30 out there. So that's about it. So, and you're right there. So that's 60. Yeah, it's further than 120.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
For my action on my turn.
It's about 100 and we'll say 165. It was just a little bit.
Oh, is it 165?
Yeah, because going from where you're at.
No, that makes sense. I
His
Didn't know exactly how far it would be.
there's 60, and then your movement that brought you up there was 60. That's 120 here, and there's about another 30, but we'll say that it was like 100.
Like, if I can move an Eldritch Blast to hit it, I'll take it, and that's 150 feet. But that's if it's beyond 150, the answer is no.
Or
It's yes or no for that question.
150, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You're moving back towards it.
Towards it, yeah. But yeah, because I'm super far away, I want to see how Eldritch Blast interacts with it.
And that would bring it down from, I said 165 down to minus 30. So that'd be what, 125?
Yeah. So yeah.
But
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah.
Just to go ahead and say it, you'll be able to.
Cool. So I rolled a 15 to hit the mist.
Well, that would hit.
Not sure if it will, if it's possible to miss it, but hey, it could be.
That'd hit the mist.
And then, wow, maximum roll, 10 force damage.
Okay, now I gotta see what all its resistance is.
It's immune to everything.
No, it's not.
Dang it.
Man, the one thing it's not immune to, or resistant to, rather.
Yeah, force damage is.
It's immune.
Doesn't give any shit.
It's immune to acid, cold, lightning, necrotic, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks. So pretty much, it's immune to poison. It can't be charmed, exhausted, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, owned, or restrained.
And I'm not doing any of those.
No. So it was 10 to it. So okay.
10 force damage, max roll.
All right. It hits it and does damage. And
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I go, oh, that's something I can attack. Good to know.
And it'll move 30 more feet out and away.
Yeah, and I will move 30 more feet away from it. I will end initiative by leaving.
Okay.
I should run 60. I should run towards my friend.
Okay, no problem.
Which probably puts us next to each other, but yeah.
You meet up with them. You saw a blast, a beam of light. However,
oh yeah, no. So for actually, this is kind of fun. Let's see. For autumn, it would be. Yeah, it's actually more, it looks like just a blast of wind. That one's kind of less interesting, but it's like this kind of wind force that comes up as I blast it out.
Okay. So, you go with that. So what are you guys doing now?
What time is it?
Exactly.
What time is it? I got 9:18 on my clock here. But in game,
no. I think
in game it's about 5:30. We'll say.
Yeah. Should we go to the guard? Let's go to the guards and find out what we can about this missing children and where they have been, and see what details they may have.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm pretty sure that mist is a creature, like a monster. I don't know. I mean, maybe if I hit it enough with these blasts, it will go away. But maybe we can talk with it. Maybe we can maybe be willing to stop freezing people to death if we do something for it. I don't know. But either way, we need a moment to rest and need to learn what the guards know and the mayor of this town?
Yes, most definitely.
That's where you guys are.
And by the way, don't talk about the mist too loudly.
Indeed.
Just immediately taking that rumor. Yeah. So, I guess we head toward the guardhouse at number 1.
Okay, towards
I get lost immediately. Wait, where are we?
you're running to the Lord's Keep, and you haven't been there before. And
Nope.
things are
I
tight.
guess-
The houses are still tightened on up. Nobody's
Oh, yeah.
gone out quite yet. So you do know, you guys aren't that foolish. You do know that there was a road that went off this way that you hadn't seen, and you pretty much got an idea of this road from running down Lake Street and like that. So, and you know,
You say that, but my wisdom is 5.
well,
I am that foolish.
you'll be able
But,
to
yeah.
make it up here eventually.
Yeah, well, I'll find it eventually. That is true. Or one test can
Well,
leave me there like
Yeah.
a normal fucking person.
Give me a survival roll at disadvantage.
Survival roll, both of us.
Well, it doesn't matter. One or the other. Whoever has the best.
I have
3.
Okay, survival. 16.
You get turned around a little bit. You waste a little bit of time. It seems like you went through Fisherman's Stretch. And you said, I remember that building. You went up there, and then you say, well, where the heck am I? And then you go down here, back up around Beggar Street and through the park, and there you are. And by the time you get there, it'll be 6:30 in the evening.
Nice.
And as you
I swear that building looked exactly the same.
so you're going this direction, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you do when you come to where Sage Street and Park Street and the Lord's Road kind of meet and Wizard's Walk up here? In other words, when you get to this point, what are you doing? You're going up that?
I think we're going down to
Up
number
that?
1.
Well, I know
That's where.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we saw it when we went through the crooked crossings. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's go north, and he goes, no, it's this way, and tells
Yeah.
gives us the right way.
Yes, I tell you the right way. This way, my good friend.
So about 7 o'clock at night, you'll make it down over here because you're slowly looking up the streets and saying, "Is that where? No, yeah." Ooh. And you'll make it there. And a guard, a couple guards will say, "Stop! Who goes there?"
I
"Why
should
aren't
present
you
myself.
inside?"
I should present myself and say, I am One Tusk, a acolyte of Tempest. I come in peace.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right.
Is it possible for me to assist by adding?
Yes, you can give them.
Yeah, basically by saying we're here to deal with this mist.
Yep.
We already have some information that you might want to know, and perhaps you do as well.
All right. Cool.
So you'll have advantage.
All right. Sweet. I'm not that persuasive, but I am now.
That's right.
They don't start paying you much attention at the beginning.
Mhm.
When Epoch chimes in about having information on the mist, they'll say, yes, come on in.
Nice.
And
Yes.
they'll take you to the Lord of ULBa.
Mhm.
and he'll be. Let me see here. He's going to be kind of grumpy, saying, "Who's disturbing my supper? Who's disturbing my drink there, and my warm fire, and why?"
Oh, we mean no disturbance. Please continue. We're here to give aid and request information in return.
And the guard will say, "They have information on the mist. This one demon-looking one.
Quiet.
This one demon-looking one. He says he has intimate knowledge. I know he looks strange to us. Maybe he knows who or is part of what's causing it. I don't know. But
I shall
he
turn.
has information that can be helpful."
I turn to the face to God and give him a good scowling look, like my little beady eyes, and just like stare at him.
And let's see here. Roll an intimidation.
Alright.
This is a guard. That's not a simple townsfolk.
I just stare at him, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just so I can play the reaction the way the dice will.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to flinch at all or be bothered by it. You see that he has a cold, icy stare.
Yeah, I'll give one back.
Not at you, but at the Lord of ULBa. He's not kind of like the beef eaters there at the Queen's Castle.
Oh yeah.
You know, very focused on what his task is. He's waiting for his orders from the Lord. He isn't worried about you.
Okay.
As far as that, and the Lord will tell him, "Go back to your post. Ensure that the safety of the town." And he'll go and leave. And then the Lord will say, "Now, what's this information you have upon this strange happenings, this strange mist?"
I bow. I kneel. It's probably not a deep bow, but it's, you know,
Okay.
respect. The local, and I say, and I'll say apologies for speaking out of turn, but
I just lower my head.
yes, we have information about this mist. What are you saying?
I just lower my head graciously and bow a little bit, you know, but
right.
Don't go on the floor. I'm too big.
All right. So what's this information? I have to save my people.
Yes, I say, yes, this thing is very dangerous, but I have determined that it's no natural phenomenon or even just some sort of spell. It's, dramatic pause, some sort of monster.
And when you're pausing, he'll say, "Yes, yes, come forth with it. What is it?"
Yeah. No, the dramatic pause is for our sake. Yeah. It's the audience.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Anyway.
That's what.
That's what he good. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I say. Some sort of monster.
What kind of monster? How can we defend ourselves? Who sent it? Why is it taking my people? Is it?
I don't know who sent it, but
turning them to ice.
But it almost certainly is a thing that is freezing them and draining the life from those who enter its reach.
Can you find out who sent it? Why they sent it? Why it's attacking us?
We might be able to. But it may also be easier to defend the town, but our efforts could also be used to defend the town and possibly kill it. Which, do you have some method of defending yourselves?
You saw my guards? They defend my keep well.
Yeah, I say, good. Then in that case, we will go to see who might have sent it. And I say,
Do you have any idea who would have sent it?
should I roll a nature check? Sure, I'll roll a nature check to see if
Okay,
there's some
so
sort of creature that would send a fog of death. 7.
All right, you've never heard of such a creature being the fog or someone that would have control.
Can I do a history check to see what I know?
Go ahead. It's not going to be a real easy one, but go ahead.
Oh, don't know much.
Okay. You're rattling the back of your brain, even though you have a long memory. It's not long enough, and you don't recall anything in your studies about such a being or its origin.
Some caster maybe or something. But yeah, so I will say, yeah, we will go deal with this. We may need a moment to rest before we head off.
And if you're going to risk your life and save my people, hence me, of course, because I am the greatest of my people, come to my table, sup, spend the night here. I'll ensure you a good, safe rest so you can be upon your merry in the morning.
Very well.
I say, thank you. I am very privileged to be counted as among your friends.
And he'll say to you, you should be. You should be. I am highly selective.
Yes, no doubt you are. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Nobles. That's what I'll say.
Nobles are great.
All right. And you'll be able to get a long rest. There won't be
Nice.
anything that happens outside of you'll hear some mourning cries and weeps out faintly in the streets, but nothing that will rouse you from it. These sturdy walls,
All right.
strong doors.
Do you want me to go through my rituals?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
so
it.
In the morning.
Sure. Yeah. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the morning, this is what because I don't wear any armor. You see, it's mostly like my robes, my sort of like priestly robes. I just wear. So as I get up, I sort of like get up and stretch, and then give a good old, the soldier trumpet sound that they do when they get they call for the morning. In the morning,
Yeah.
the ones, what I'm on about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like that one when they were sort of like that one, sort of like the morning call trumpet noise. So I sort of get up and stand up straight, and blast my trumpet using my pharmacology to blast it really loud and do the morning trumpet noise to celebrate the morning war call to my God.
The Lord of ULBa jumps up and is hollering and screaming, to arms, men! They're attacking! Someone's attacking! To arms! And and you have a couple of men armed rushing into his quarters to protect him, and the others are standing too, locking the gate. to the keep.
And I drop my weapons to go engage with whatever monster our army might be attacking.
And that is
Oh,
my daily
boy.
ritual. And that is my daily ritual.
Okay.
Here. I'm assuming it's this horn call. That's the one I found. Anyway. Yeah, in a similar way, the no morning ritual, morning call, my character awakens to the winter form,
Yeah.
which has kind of porcelain white skin, silver hair, blue irises, yeah.
And
Yep.
when the Lord sees you, he'll say, "My gosh, something did get into my keep and has chilled you to the bone to where you look white."
That wouldn't
Healer.
I say that doesn't explain why my hair would change or my eyes.
And but the Lord be going on, healer, healer. And he's going to try to take care of you, but find that there's nothing he can do for you because you're
A healer comes over, and I'm just like, no, you're an idiot.
But that's
don't waste healing magic.
but that's the situation there with that.
Like slapping me with his hand away.
All right, it's the next morning.
All right.
Rituals are done. We'll track that.
Time to head off to find where this mist comes from.
Where are you headed to?
Well, it seemed like it came from the southeast at the start. We also saw that the mist was kind of north of the town, though. So I'm guessing we have to go either across the lake or across the river or both.
Okay, let me see here.
Yeah, good.
Stop the share here and bring up the other map here. Okay. Had it right here. Yeah, it was across the river. As far as where you saw it.
So it kind of moved south and then in from the east. So
from what you would, let's see here. I'm going to use this one.
Oh, the map is sideways. I get it now. So it came from the north.
Yeah, it came from the north.
I get it now.
Across.
Oh, yeah. So we just need to cross. We need to cross the river.
And came out this way after the town.
After it's like
the town's actually that red dot, but is actually right down here on here. This
right, a little closer to the edge.
Yeah, it's just the map is a generality there for the purposes. It's not GPS coordinates.
Right. Who is this map maker?
Yes.
He needs to be more exact with precision. Anyway, yes. So to the north, then, I say to One Tusk.
Yes, let us go.
Across the river.
My good friend.
Yeah, I say. Do you have a way to get across the river?
We can swim, or we can get a boat.
You want us to swim?
And it'll take from town, from down here to get up to about here. Let me get a good color. Here.
The winter form is so condescending. It's hilarious. Yes.
Ooh, I don't have much.
Yeah, I say.
It'll take you an hour to get to that part of the river from town.
Oh, an hour. Okay. Yeah. So it might actually be better to get a boat. Now we want to go. If we take a boat and move, I kind of want to be on land when I engage the cloud. I don't want to have to worry about the water.
Well, right now you're not seeing the cloud here.
For the fog. Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is if we go if we head toward where the fog is on boat, we will not be on land. But if we follow the river, we're kind of moving away from the fog, and we have to follow it long enough to get outside of the area. It's not there currently, but like that's where we're going, right? So
this is about what you're seeing right here and right now.
yeah. Yeah, it might have traveled that way, which would make the boat annoying as well. Well, we will want a boat either way. Yeah, so we might want to just drop off of that isthmus, basically. Like, take a boat off the east side of town, kind of where the fog went, actually.
Yep.
But then head north and try to drop off the isthmus and check out that area that it was. Rather than where it's going. And maybe we can keep the boat or at least rent it, if that makes sense.
I know you're talking to me, but there again, are you expressing this to the Lord or to some of the town folks or what?
I think I wouldn't bring it up to the Lord. Yeah, I'll bring it up to the Lord. I'll say we need a boat.
Okay, and he'll write up a order of giving you one boat and one boatsman to take you to where you direct them to by the Lord of ULBa and have his seal and signature.
Nice.
I'll say, just take this down to the Harbor Guild in town, and they'll go ahead and get you situated.
Very well. That sounds like a good plan.
Yep.
And
so, yeah, I take it, and I look to One Tusk and say, lead the way.
Very well. One Tusk gets packed away his bits and bobs, and like once he, once he's packed away all his clerical books and candles and incense and meditate, and concentrated to memorize his spells for the day. He gets up and starts to walk towards the shipping yard.
well, your audio got noisy there, David.
Yeah, your mic is rubbing against something.
That's right. Is it right now?
Yeah, that's good now.
It's better.
The Lord of ULBa will give you one of the men-at-arms to take you to the Harbor Guild, which is down here to 8. Right here. And that will get you situated.
Nice.
Right there. And you'll have a boatsman, a small fishing boat that's made for the lower depth water, and it will take you up to the point that you would like to be at up the river. And you'll come, because ULBa is about here, you'll come out here and come on up, but you'll have to direct them or direct me to where you want to be let off.
Nice.
So where do you guys want to be let off? Tell me.
We want to head off towards north, don't we?
Yeah, you're leaving out from here. Color again. right here. And
So we reach the boatsmen, and they're just asking where you want to go.
yeah, basically, do you want right here? Or
Where does One Tusk say? Like, where does he say that we need to be taken? I know. He muted himself. Didn't like me.
David muted.
I think he did so purposely,
Oh, good.
but I don't know why.
All right.
Either way,
We'll say that you get to here and let you.
okay. I think we might want to just drop off at the isthmus because that'd be faster. Unless does the river run east?
Yes. Well, it runs. Well, yes, it runs east.
Into Ice Lake. Yeah, it's east from them. So
West from into Ice Lake, east out to Mistwood, Bobonic, Konya.
and south. Yeah. What I'm thinking here is it might be faster just to be dropped off at the isthmus there just north of the river.
Okay, that's fine.
So further east than where you marked, but
that's easy enough.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what One Tusk says, but
Yeah, I reckon. I mean, I don't know the area that well either, so I mean, my character doesn't really know much about the area, so he thinks that we should head in that direction too. We must we must find this enemy and deal with it properly.
Yeah.
All right.
And so what I will do is when we get dropped off here at that isthmus, I will say to the boatmen, wait here. If the fog comes, head up the river and avoid it.
Okay. He'll say, "Don't worry. If fog comes, I won't be here."
Yeah, you'll be in a place where you can pick us up.
If the gods so will it.
I lean in closer and I say, you'll be somewhere where you can pick us up.
If the gods so will it. Yes.
I put my head in front of his face and I say, I don't give a damn what the gods want. You will follow that goddamn river to avoid the fog, and that is what you'll do.
Yes, I will follow the river to avoid the fog.
Great.
If the gods so will.
But we should
No.
But we should listen to the gods. They are wise beyond us. We are only mortals of the immortal realm.
Your intent gets through to him, and you understand his intent. And,
Yeah. You two agree. My character just glares at One Tusk.
I'm just trying to speed this portion up.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so we get to the isthmus, get off on the isthmus,
Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
I think we're following it up that side of the lake,
Yes.
presumably,
Yes.
and looking for this fog.
You're going
Yes.
to the side of the lake.
Indeed.
Okay, you're tracking upside of the lake. What was your passive perception, One Tusk?
15.
Okay. You'll notice as you get up to about here
Mm-hmm.
that you see a trail.
Okay. All right. I sort of like say to my elven friend, I say, my friend, there seems to be some sort of unusual trail here. Be on your guard, and I wish to sniff the air to see what I can pick up to see if there is any sort of like unusual goblin or monstrous smells in the air. So can I do an investigation of that? Or will it be survival?
Survival.
Or perception.
Or perception?
Yeah, I'll give you perception. I think perception for you.
Alright, cool.
And let me see here.
Alright, so sniff in the air to see what I can smell. Oh no, I don't smell that good today. I caught a cold, I guess, from that river.
That's right.
All right, you're right there where you noticed the trail. You don't smell anything. Seems like the wind is actually carrying no smells at all, which
Okay.
could be perceived as strange or cleansing.
Okay. I say to my friend, I don't really smell anything. The winds are very clean, very cleansed today, but we should be wary of our tracks down this
I
road.
draw
There
both
could be-
my short swords.
I just hold my hammer in my hand because that's all I have,
Yep.
and and I shall take the front position and walk with my friend. All I have is my ceremonial robes and my hammer. That's all I have.
It's great.
Well, I do have other stuff on me, which is part of the ceremonial clerical equipment. But most of it is just like for doing clerical stuff.
Yeah. As we're following this trail, I say this trail doesn't follow the lake. Are we certain that it will actually bring us to where we need to go?
Well, it might do. Who knows where this trail might lead us to? But hopefully, it will lead us to the enemy.
And you'll come to this kind of ice opening.
All right. How long does it take to get there, by the way?
It'll take, it's not difficult travel. It's a trail that seems to be beaten down fairly good from the point that you picked it up. So we'll say it may be about an hour's worth of walking.
Okay. Yeah. So we get to this mountain
you'll
side.
see the time that you get right about here, you see that there's a in the side of the mountain, there's like an ice cave opening.
All right.
Ice cave opening. That seems promising.
It does indeed.
Or dangerous, depending on your perspective.
Well, I might even bump into some of my cousins in this icy terrain. Have you ever heard of a mammoth?
No.
Those were the days when my kind had fur and massive great tusks that could do mighty things. But that's the old days of my people, ancient times when big creatures roam the lands.
I say, you realize that the more you talk, the more you give away our position. At which point I shut up and roll a stealth check.
Well, I just don't care. I just stomp.
Not a very good stealth check. It was a 6, but
okay.
Well, the problem is I don't make noise. I don't make a noise because I don't wear any armor, but I'm wearing cloth. So I don't know if it would. I don't know what happens when I walk forward.
You can still make noise on the crusty ground and things like that. There's certain things that
Stepping on twigs.
regardless of what you're wearing, will make noise.
Okay, I'll just walk forward then.
On that, as far as that, no, just clarifying what stealth is. Stealth is you're working at not making noise and how well you do it.
And by rolling a 6, I confirm that I fail.
Yeah.
I'm not going to roll stealth. I'm just going to walk forward. I don't care. I'm here for a battle.
That's right.
Back to point. I need to have you guys roll perception check.
Sounds good.
And I gotta open up something here.
Ooh, nice.
Let's see. Put that down. Where's my manual? Open up. Where is that? That's I think that's bold. Where that is. Come on, open up. Get it? But you'll
10 perception for me.
10
by the way.
perception and one tuss a 24. One
That
tuss.
is correct.
Okay. No, that's I'm not questioning the roll. I'm just saying with a 24, you're definitely gonna get what I'm gonna show.
Nice.
As well, you might not think so. I just gotta find it. All right. Let's see. Where? And, is it? Let's see here. Page 160. Have to make sure I have these images already saved. And do you guys see that or not? I may have.
Wrong screen. Yeah.
I'll have to stop this share. And hopefully it's up there. Where is it? Yes. And you'll see this standing just one tuss. You'll see this just standing inside the mouth of the cave. And
Okay.
hollering something. You just can't make it out.
I sort of like say to my friend, "Oh my, it is the thing that I dread the most. A wicked witch of the icy winds."
Thank God you didn't say pink elephants.
Yeah.
I sort of like, I say, we're not strong enough to fight this thing or encounter this thing. I say that we turn back now and come back another day when we are more stronger and more wiser
Well,
to face this thing.
keep in mind also what the
Well, it's a challenge rating 7 and we are only level
no,
1.
I'm saying keep in mind what the objective of the mission was.
Yeah.
Is-
I'm gonna. So I don't see it, but his character kind of mentions this. You know, do you describe it? Or yeah, you said this ice witch.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna roll a check. I don't know what's skill check would be appropriate for what I think an ice witch would be?
Religion, history. Let's see here. If you have an arcana, possibly full knowledge that way.
I'll try religion. 14.
14. You don't really. You have a faint idea. You don't see her riding a broom, so you're thinking, it may not be a witch per se. Let's see here. Maybe a.
And it was shouting something, but we couldn't hear what it was saying.
Yeah, you couldn't hear so much what it was saying, but you will see that there seems to be about 6 of these other creatures, and I may have to go to D&D Beyond to get the picture of it quicker. Because I do want to show you the picture. I got the printout of the monsters tagged into the folder here for me, but not the picture.
Sometimes when you Google the monster's name, it'll give you an image, and you can just throw that out on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now.
Don't you worry, David. I once had a 4th level character solo a Minotaur. I attacked it and defeated it.
Oh.
Charles
Nice.
knows what I'm talking about.
This is yeah, right here's the one I want.
We'll talk about the other part,
Save image as stuff. The desktop, yes. And then I can now go ahead. Shut that down here. I should be able to minimize that. This and open this up. And come on. Okay, and share this right here is what you're seeing, about 6 of them coming towards you.
Get ready, my friend. To arms! The undead is approaching. And I sound the trumpet of war. Really loud, and blast it down into the cave, hoping to shatter or make some ice drop down into the ground, giving us a bit of a chance to do something. In other words, I want to cause a cave-in by using my thaumaturgy spell.
All right. Give me how much damage does that thaumaturgy?
It doesn't do anything. All it does is up to you what it does, but it makes my trumpet noise 10 times louder. My voice becomes really booming loud, and what I'm trying to do is make the ice shackles, or whatever you call them, the things that hang from the ceiling above in the cave, what you call them, the ones I'm on about,
Yeah, but you haven't
icicles,
Yeah.
stalagmites,
Stalagmites, yeah.
You haven't noticed any of those. The ice cave, from the distance you're at, it looks like it's well worked.
Yeah, but I know, but I'm just going to try to make.
Worth a try. I like it.
It's worth a try, but
Yeah.
You won't notice anything that happen, except you see these things, and they're 300 feet off, coming towards you.
Oh, are they 300 feet down the cave?
No, the 300 feet front coming out of the out from the cave from where you're at is 300 feet.
Oh,
So-
I see. I see now. Okay.
And
So does my little trick work, or doesn't it?
no,
Okay.
It doesn't seem to. Did you say roll initiative?
no, I really haven't yet because you're really not
Oh.
kind of in there yet. You haven't made that choice. Really, at 300 feet,
Yeah.
you can still run if you so choose. And you see
Yeah.
this old, craggly woman that David One-Tuss saw. She seems to be doing something in the mouth of the cave. You won't need a perception check to see her now because she sent out these. Your eyes are focused there, so you see that situation there. And let's stop there where you see. I still have that up on her. No, I don't. But
Sure.
okay.
So
Well-
are we running the initiative or what?
We haven't decided to engage them, but since we haven't rolled initiative, I'm going to splash a cup of water over my head,
Okay.
and this time it's going to freeze into this ice armor
Okay.
around, kind of like frost and icicles form my body.
Yep.
I cast Armor of Agathis.
Alright, I'll just wait.
Yeah, and as soon as they get within 120 feet, which
I'm going to step forward and walk forward.
I don't want to step forward closer to whatever that thing is, so I'm going to stay here and wait until they get close enough to start using the Eldritch Blast. It's like holding action, I guess.
No, I'm just going to walk forward. I walk forward towards them with my hammer ready.
Sure.
Because I'm a war priest.
All right.
Yeah. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Destroy all of them.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll say, all right, you get about, you guys meet up about halfway. You want to throw initiative? Go ahead.
Sure.
And for the Knowles, that'll be
It makes me feel better. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it makes me feel better.
and for the half.
23 initiative.
Okay.
13.
Okay, let's see here. You had a 23, right?
I did, yeah.
And I got a 13.
What I'll do is I'll let if I go before the hag, because you both had the same 23. Then after that, the moles was 15. So they rolled a 16. They get a -1, and then one touch at the bottom of your order. So, all right, you're putting on frost armor 300 feet away.
Yep.
You doing anything else? Moving closer, staying there. Epoch.
I'm staying there.
Okay. Then she will go ahead and she will mount her staff and fly up into the air. For double checks on that. It's a broom of flying, basically. How far up is the movement? Right. Okay, she'll go ahead and she's 100 feet up in the air.
Okay. I'm just still walking with my hammer.
Yep. And You'll meet on up there and with the gnolls in combat range, and they'll go ahead and you'll have I'll only put 2 of them on you. Where are you? 220. I need you. Where did I put? Lose you. Oh, there you are. And they'll swing at you.
Well, so hold up real quick.
Yep.
You said the gnolls were 300 feet away?
They were, and they started moving up. They have initiative there. I'm just kind of collapsing things. So one time,
And that's fine. But once they're within 120 feet of me, which would take like 3 rounds of One Tusk walking forward.
Yep.
I'm going to hit him with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So at 300 feet, I have armor, but I have more than enough time to Eldritch Blast them as soon as they get within range.
Yeah.
Unless One Tusk runs forward,
No.
try to get outside of my Eldritch.
My question, Isaac, is: are you going to move forward?
No.
Then they'll be out of your range. They'll be at 150 feet.
But that means that, oh, I see. They're both moving at 30 feet per round. I see what you're saying. Okay. So in that case, if it looks like they're going to meet up, well, I might actually make that mistake, though. Okay, yeah, sure. That's fine.
Okay.
I will ready an action for Eldritch Blast, though.
Yep, no problem.
If they get within 120. Yeah.
That will be the one will swing at you with a club or with a 13.
Who, at me?
Yeah.
Misses.
Okay. And his next attack. That's a 14 on the die. Plus 4,
Misses.
18.
18.
Yes.
Hits me.
Okay. You're bit for 4 points of piercing damage from that one.
Okay.
Then the other one there will miss you. He's an 11 with the club. And the bite will miss you because he got a 12.
Nice.
So go ahead.
All right. So bonus action first. All right. My bonus action is to cast Shield of Faith. Boom. So my armor goes up by 2.
All right.
All right. For the scene. So now it's a 17, 18, 19. So my armor class is now 19 without no armor.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome. All right. Then I shall activate. Then I shall hit him with my hammer with 2 hands. So in other words, I'm going to do the variant swing with my hammer. Instead of 1 hand, I'll do it with 2 hands. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, okay. That will hit.
I do 8 bludgeoning damage to him.
Okay. That's all that you do, right?
Yep, that's what I could do for now.
Okay. The hag flies another 100 feet up in the air. And see here, we have 4 more of these that are coming on up, and the 2 that are on you, unless Epoch is moving forward.
Is it my initiative?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Once I realize that they're actually next to each other and they're attacking, you're like, oh shit! I'm gonna move 30 feet closer,
Okay.
which puts me within 120 feet, hopefully,
Yes, sir.
with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll the hit.
And so that's what I'll do.
Which one?
And 21.
Okay. Which one are you aiming at?
One of the ones that are,
Yeah, but
I think,
I need to know which one because one took damage.
right. The one furthest to the left from my character's perspective.
Okay.
Next to One Tusk.
Okay. What's the damage?
The damage is 2 force damage.
All right. It hits them. You see them looking pretty ragged, but they look ragged anyway. And then he'll swing at One Tusk with his club with a miss and bite at him with, I believe that will be a miss with an 18.
Yep. It's a good thing he did Shield of Faith.
And then the other one will swing at him with the club, which is a 20,
Oh, that hits me.
and the bite from him, which will be a 21.
Oh, that both hits me.
So you'll take from the club 4 points of damage, bludgeoning.
Okay.
And the bite, 4 points of damage, piercing.
All right. I'm unconscious. I go down.
Okay. And the other 4 are moving forward. And after that, it would be you, One Tusk. Give me a death saving throw.
All right.
Okay, that's 1 to the good. Epoch, you see One Tusk go down.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
I mutter under my breath and say something like, you're such a fool. And I leave. I get out of there.
Okay. All right. And so we leave. They come.
Yeah. I head back. So I noticed that the hag was flying straight up in the air.
Yep.
Or was flying into the air. I don't know if it was straight up.
Pretty much straight.
Some
an angle, kind of a steep angle, but
right, yeah.
She would.
So my plan is to head back following the trail back toward the isthmus, but try to do so using the cover of the trees. So basically, get in the cover of the trees and try to break line of sight for somebody flying over.
There's no cover of trees. That's open, rolling grass.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Well, at the map, looking at it.
Yeah, there is. That's why I was. Oh, yeah. Or no, there isn't. You're right. Yeah. So yeah, my plan is to still. Yeah. Not super compromised. I'm gonna head toward the isthmus, but head south first. So basically, I turn around, look at the direction of the lake, and then head kind of diagonally right, and hope to hit the river at some point.
Okay. Well, you'll be able to do that. That's no problem. I know. I was just checking to see if there's some adverse reactions from the withering, no withering hitting and dropping one
Right.
0, and I'm not seeing anything like that. You know, like with a shadow or something.
Right. Right.
Righty. So you're gone and out of initiative.
Yeah, get out of there.
You're running away. The goals are there. One tusk. Give me another death saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, a fail. Give me another. 2 to the good, 1 to the bad. Give me another one. Get a good one. Well, that's a good one. You're stable. Anyway,
Okay.
as far as that.
Fine. So I'm sort of sleeping right now, but I'm on 1 hit point, yeah?
No, you're 0.
Oh, 0. I'm on 0. All right. How long does it
Yeah,
take?
you were getting 1 HP after an hour,
Oh.
assuming that's how we're doing it. It might be longer if the resting mechanics change that, but
Yeah, but right there, the gnolls will go back to their position. The hag goes off. Epoch runs off, saving his or her own soul.
Yep.
You're laying out into the ground, onto the ground, and he catches the boat. What are you gonna do? What Epoch?
yeah. So when I get to the river, how wide across is it?
It's not like the St. Lawrence or the Mississippi, but it's
Right.
It's a pretty large river. You're talking probably about 300 yards.
Okay, that's what I was double checking. Yeah, so I get back to the boat, and I tell the boatman that we should return back to ULBa.
Okay. And he says,
There's important information that the mayor, I think the thing is mayor, needs to know.
yep. And the boatman asks, "Where's your big-eared friend?"
I say things are worse than we thought.
Okay. And he'll hurry up and paddle away off and end up in ULBa back there. One tusk, you're laying there unconscious. They're not messing with you. Time will go through. You'll end up in, we'll say, about 4 hours, waking on up, feeling with 1 hit point, feeling pretty beat, exhausted.
Okay. So as I get up and do I still have all my gear?
You have all your gear. They could care less about the gear. They were protecting the ice skate.
All right. I'll set up I go outside to the type thing. Like I touch my tusk and cast light upon my tusk.
You're going into the cave?
No, I'm going outside.
You weren't in it. You were outside. You're out on the grassy front there. You were 300 feet out at the beginning. Both of you moved together, so you're 120 feet from, about 120 feet from the ice cave entrance.
And I cast light on my tusk, just in case it is a bit dark outside. And I set up camp and and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Another spell.
All right. And that's what you're doing. Epoch, you're back at ULBa.
Yeah.
Heading to the Lord of ULBa.
I don't know if I actually go to speak with him because I want to go do something else, but I come up to the guards at his place after getting lost, and I say, I have a message you should deliver to the Lord.
And they'll ask, what is it? Where's your friend?
Yeah, I say, the fog seems to be the product of some sort of ice witch, and she has a whole platoon of undead minions. 2 people is not enough to take on something like this. My friend, I fear that he didn't make it out.
Okay, good to know. We'll send out a call for more arms and stronger arms. Ones that may be more knowledgeable of witches.
Yes, that would be good. I say, in the meantime, if the fog returns, I will see what I can do to either defeat it or stall its progress with the town.
Okay.
So I'm gonna remain. So I'm probably gonna rest there, and then keep watch through the evening.
Okay.
On the kind of northeastern side of the town.
Give me a perception check.
Because I'm super good at noticing things. But this is a giant fog. It should be super easy, right?
Well,
11.
It may not be the fog, but you're noticing.
Right? He's no. 11.
An 11. You see a dim light out towards the cave.
Towards the cave?
Yep. You have a hard time making it out, but because it's night and like that, even cigarette ember, you can see 14 miles away.
Yeah,
maybe. That's an actual fact. That's why in the
right. Sure, yeah.
you have blackout conditions.
D&D physics are sometimes weird, but yes.
That's the take on it, why you can see it and you don't see it.
Sure.
That's why the DC was 10.
Right.
Why and that's where
I think I remain there, but that's a fine place to stop.
That's where I'll stop with you. Over to One Tusk with your stuff lit, and you said you built the camp zone. Taking for granted you build a fire and such. You doing anything other than that? I know you're exhausted.
Yeah, I'm just like rest. I stay where I am, like resting. Like if there's like a rock to sit on or the floor or whatever, I'll sit on the.
You got a grassy, cool, dew-covered ground right at the moment. Because night's coming as it does. It's like that. You're not being harassed, and that's where we'll leave that. And
cool. And that's why I'll rest as well for 4 hours. Take a long rest.
Yep. And there we go with that. I'll stop the recording.